Hey, it's Kelly here, the recovery coach, the former crackhead as well. I wanted to talk about the value and absolute necessity of setting goals in addiction recovery and working on them all the time. And I don't mean, the typical goal, which is I just want to stay sober today, or I just need to somehow make it through this week and I'll be okay. No, what I'm talking about are the goals that you want to accomplish that have nothing to do with your sobriety, but do ultimately end up being what keep you sober. Because when you start living that life, the one that you're excited about and proud of, you're going to figure out that is the only relapse prevention that actually works, okay? Before we get into this, please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm new here, and we are going to do some great things together, okay? So stick around to the end of this video also, and I'll tell you how to become part of my mentorship program where we could actually work one-on-one together, and I'll teach you how to start living that life that'll mean you'll never have to relapse again, okay? Hope and confidence, baby. All right, let's get into the work. So the way to keep sobriety isn't by focusing on what we don't want, like relapse, because that's exactly how we relapse. 5 years of relapse experience right here. Whatever we focus on or obsess over is going to get bigger. So instead of obsessing over not relapsing, we're going to be obsessing about the future that we really want to come true. That's the future that is going to replace the drugs and the booze. I know, but Kelly, I was told to live one day at a time. Okay, let me address that right now. Your future will not be ignored. The way you feel today is largely based on where you think you're going to be in the future. When you have no plan for the future, you're going to be struggling today. How can we attach meaning to what we do today if we don't know where we want to go? If we don't know where we're going, what we do today doesn't really matter. And that's exactly the state I was in every time I relapsed on crack or alcohol. When you're worried about the future, that means you think it's going to be crappy, which isn't good either. But what if you took the time to design a future that you were so excited about that it pulled you with a vision? What if you had a crystal clear plan about where you wanted to be a year from now and you knew that you were going to make it happen? How would that change the way you feel today? Exactly. Too many people live without vision, and that kills people like us who are in recovery. Living a boring life? Pass me the pipe, lock the door on your way out. What I'm going to show you right now is exactly how to design your future. The problem is that most of us are currently on autopilot and we don't even realize that we are worthy of a better life. And I'm telling you, whatever life you can imagine, you can have. Hey, look, you're in recovery. That means you have more skills than most people because of what you've been through. You've shown so much resilience in your life up to this point because you survived. Let's use that resilience and determination that you used when you were getting that next hit and put it to some good use, for God's sake. Okay, step one, I want you to take the time and write down every single win that you have had over the past 10 years. Anything at all that you can think of. Think about successes at work, family, any mental and physical obstacles that you've overcome. Have you lost some weight? Have you quit shooting heroin? Have you raised your kids despite battling addiction? You've given recovery just one more shot because you know you're worth it. Have you been knocked over like 1,000 times, but you kept getting back up? That's a huge win. Any win that you could think of over the past 10 years, shit, make it 20 years if you want to. Just get those wins on this list, okay? Why are we doing this? We need to realize how capable we are. And if we don't take time to write this stuff down, that means it's an untapped resource from our past, and that means our experience is wasted. So let's use these wins as fuel to launch us into the future. Now take a look at that list and realize how capable you really are. Realize that a lot of the things on that list once seemed impossible to you, but they're actually normal to you today. Keep that in mind. You can do the impossible and you will do the impossible again. We need to know that for when we get into designing our future vision. I hope you realize by now that you are the one who is responsible for making your future happen, nobody else. Just wanting something really bad and waiting for it to come to you is not an adult way to go about life, okay? You can make this future happen, and this is why you're watching this video. All right, here's step 2, okay? Now that you've tapped into your past successes and realized how amazing you actually are, it's time to figure out where you want to go now that you know that you don't have to limit yourself to like what's right in front of you. If you can imagine it, then you can make it come true. That's a fact. Your job now is to take as much time as you want to figure out exactly who you want to be in 3 years from now, okay? Think about every aspect of your life, like your relationships, your family, your finances, your career, your health, where you want to live. Are you finally ready to get outside of your comfort zone to start that business? Or maybe you're ready to make that move across the country you've always been yapping about but never had the balls to pull the trigger on? Are you ready to commit to your health by quitting smoking and hiring a fitness coach? I want you to write down the most detailed description of the person you want to be 3 years from today, and do not sell yourself short, okay? Remember, you've done the impossible before and you will do it again, so don't be afraid to go big here. Remember, alcoholics and addicts who are living a boring life, we don't survive. Here's a rule for you, okay? If the person you are today is able to make that vision come true, then you haven't gone big enough. Try again. Okay, so you now have this wonderful vision of exactly who you want to be in 3 years from now, where you want to live, how much money you have, and who you're spending most of your time with. And so how do we start working on it? Having a vision is great. However, a vision without a plan is a recipe for disaster, especially for people like us, the people in recovery. So let me ask you, do you know what a Keystone Goal is? Well, in this case, it's the third step in our process, but I want to define it for you, okay? The Keystone Goal is the goal that holds all the other goals together. That would be the goal that outweighs all the other goals. And I'm guessing that if you look at your 3-year vision, you're going to see the one big goal that simply by the nature of accomplishing it will make most of your other goals come true as well. Often it's a financial goal, health, or a relationship goal. Think about it this way. If this goal doesn't come true, the rest of your vision will probably all fall apart. So which goal is that for you? For me, it's the goal of living half my year in Canada and the other half abroad. For me to accomplish this goal, there are a lot of smaller goals that will need to come true, but I know that when I'm on that plane heading to my destination for the 6 months, that I made it happen. So what is that goal for you? Take time to think about that. And if you have any questions about this, you can reach out to me in the comments section or email me at info@kellyfrance.com, and I promise I will get back to you. Now, I want you to check out my 30-day one-on-one mentorship program. The link is down below. If you decide to be a part of the program, I'm going to personally walk you through the process of creating hope and confidence by getting all of your goals organized and getting started achieving the future that you really want now that you've made it this far. I'm going to show you how living purposefully is the only way to live presently. All right, you get a private coaching session with me, full access to my Recovery Accelerator program, as well as a phone check-in every day for 30 days to keep you accountable. The link below will get you in there before space runs out. Now, the next video in this series will be out soon, and it's going to be on how to simplify your life by laser focusing on that Keystone Goal we just talked about. So thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.